Alright, Josh here. I was asked about how to, or if I would make a video on how to make your Volcano stove out of scrap aluminum bottles and cans. First of all, your bottom can needs to have the tapered end like this to funnel it so that the air accelerates and recombusts in the chamber whenever the other piece is placed on top, which you'll see. First you need to make a hole in the side using a utility knife, being very careful. Hole like so, and across the bottom. Okay, fold your edges in, being very careful not to cut yourself. I like to cut the ends here and fold it over a little. So that you don't cut yourself when you're adding the wood or whatever fuel you'd like to use. Like so. And you take your can and cut it around the edge at the bottom, so you can have a long enough sleeve to make it strong enough when you place it on top of the bottle, aluminum bottle. Careful again not to cut yourself. Really no exact science to this that I've found. Just be careful. Don't want to lose any fingers. So you cut off the bottom, then you take your multi-tool and can opener. And this part I found to be very, very simple to do. It basically just busts along the seam and separates when you use your can opener. And work it along the edge real slow. There we go. Once it starts to rip, you can see here how it's separated on the seam. It makes it really easy to get out. You just have to be patient, which I know is hard sometimes. And I got this idea from a stove I've seen, the Swiss stove that has the water bottle and cup. Gave me the idea, and then I was seeing also the amount of heat you could get from a Volcano stove. Just like so. And you take and bend your edges in. And then
each city has a word if you really think about it. Like, what is the word for London? I would say stuff.
too many things and not enough fingers. Okay. Take and cut your edges at the top.
In New York.
So that you can have a release for the air that comes up when you have a pan on top for boiling. And you can do this in whatever design you want, but make sure you got enough of a release or it could make your aluminum very, very hot and weak. I do 4 across on mine.
So what's your word? I'm curious, I can't figure it out.
It might be
Just work your way around.
to adapt. And then, wife? Not so good. Girlfriend?
Very carefully. So you don't poke holes in the side because the air
Maybe you're a woman, you first have a word.
that is trapped in here as it comes out will ignite also around the cone part. And we'll give you a larger burner. Take and bend these in. You can either rip them off or just bend them over. I prefer to bend them over. The less sharp edges you have, the less chance you have of cutting yourself.
Having a relationship with my pizza. Feels like you're breaking into the pizza, what's the matter? I mean, you can't. This is pizza margarita, and naturally it is your moral imperative to eat and enjoy that pizza.
I want to, but I've gained 10 pounds. You know, I got this. I really make me
Like so.
I have one too.
I only got one on the 5 minutes ago just to make sure.
Let me ask you a question. In all the years you've ever undressed and done your own, alright, well, has he ever asked you to leave? Has he ever walked out, left? Because he doesn't care. He's in the room and every girl is on the lottery. Saying no, and waking up in the morning and recalling every single thing I ate the day before. Counting every calorie I consumed so I know exactly how much self-loathing to take into the shower. I'm going for it. I'm no interest in being obese. I'm just ready to go. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this pizza. And
Okay.
then we're going to go
Then you have
and tomorrow we're going to go on a little date. Buy ourselves
that.
bigger jeans.
Take the other end. Sometimes it boogers up the edges, so you have to round it back out. Like so. So You may have to trim it to make it shorter. Yeah, we'll have to cut this one and make it shorter. If you use the energy drink bottles, I know they're a little smaller than these, so it's easier for this to slide over. It's a better fit, so it doesn't really matter how long your edge is, just as long as you've got enough to seal here and leave it up about so high above your exhaust from your burning chamber, combustion chamber. So this may be tricky here. Any 12-ounce can will work. I've been looking at the 12-ounce beer bottles, the long necks. They seem to they may be a better choice for your combustion chamber because they're a little thicker and have a longer volcano at the top, funnel at the top. Children, do not try this at home. Okay, so we have our volcano stove. I'll let you see here. The top. This is where your fire comes out, and around here superheats and ignites, so it makes your burner on the outside also. The first one I made using just wood was shooting a flame out so high, so I'm not sure if you would want to put any kind of alcohol stove inside of it or not, but I thought it would be a good idea if you could. But on second thought, I'm wondering if maybe the aluminum wouldn't hold up to it. So there you go. It's fairly simple. And you can make your hole whatever size you want on the sides. Just place your tinder in here and get it started. And then put your sticks in the top. Fill it, and as it burns, they'll start going down. It burns for a very long time. And you can either feed it through the top or through the bottom with the cup on top. Of course, you wouldn't be able to put it in through the top. But you should be able to boil water in, I'd say, 5 minutes or less with the amount of heat that comes out of it. And I'll make another video of this one burning. Tonight I can't because of the storm. But there you go. One volcano stove out of 2 cans that you can find in any dumpster. Thanks again.